Just got out of dialysis, and I had things on my mind I wanted to talk to y'all about. Since y'all talk to me every day, y'all like my therapists per se. So I was in traffic, and I said, let me think about some things I could talk about to my subscribers that do stick around with me. I'm gonna wait for a couple people to get in before I start talking. I don't want to have to repeat it more than once, like twice, going back and forth. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You know we checking in. What's up? What's up? Say what's up. So I know you're there. I know I ain't got 5 ghosts. What's up? What's up? How's everybody? How's everybody? I got 6 ghosts now. Nobody's saying nothing. What it look like? That's something he was in. Wow. Uh-oh, Bridget is the first one. Hey, Bridget. What's good? Hey, Miss Rhonda, how you doing? Miss Angela, how are you? Who is Eve? You said hi, Eve, Miss Williams. Everything all right over there, Miss Angela? You good? You got the type piece? But anyway, check this out, y'all. So, you know, with all the stuff that I've been going through on YouTube lately, I haven't really had a chance to focus on the things that I really like to talk about. In the last couple of days, since I had a freer mind, I've been able to deal with things that I've been wanting to talk about. There we go. Hey, Miss Angela. I got 10 people, but only 3 said hello. So that tell you I got a lot of ghosts out there. Hello, 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 hello. Say hello, please. Hey, Miss Beverly. So while I was getting ready to do my dialysis, I was reflecting, and I was standing in there, and they hadn't let me in the door yet. I'm doing okay. Thank you very much. And they hadn't let us in the door yet, but I was at the door. And while I was at the door, I was just standing there. I was like, you know what? It's crazy because a couple years ago, I never had to do this before. Hey, Miss Alicia, how you doing? So this change, you know, to my lifestyle is different. Hold on, y'all. This change to my lifestyle is different. But you know, you can always find a reason to complain about something. And I look for things to be grateful about. What's going on, Miss D? Because at the end of the tunnel, I mean, some people have it way worse than we do. Even in my situation with my kidneys, it's still people that have it way worse. And we take the easy route and we want to complain about everything. And you know, I told the lady the other day, she was at work complaining about everything. And I was like, imagine if you had to add in dialysis and such and such and such and such to your schedule. You can't live now. Like she's so flustered and messed up in her head now. How would you react if something like that was to happen to you? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about by being grateful. Like, even though I'm in a situation where my kidneys are not working, I'm still grateful. I have a great life. Like, there's nothing wrong with my life. I love my kid. Got a grandson. You know, other than the fact that I have kidney disease, everything else is cool. So I'm not complaining. So anyway, I'm standing at the door waiting to go inside. And when I get inside, when I'm waiting to go weigh myself, it's a man with no legs. And I'm like, damn, I was just at the door complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this man is like he not even complaining. Like, he ain't saying nothing. Like, nothing is being said about this situation. And it just made me really, really feel differently about life. Like, here I am complaining about little stuff. And you got a man that don't got no legs, that has dialysis, that has kidney problems, that got diabetes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just makes you really look at things differently in your life. Like, what's important to you, what you care about, what matters to you after a certain amount of time, you know? And I really, really, really thank God for the opportunities that I've been given in my life. I really have. I've been given a lot of opportunities. I've been blessed to have great women around my life, godmothers, grandmothers, mothers, all the influence. I've had them all. And I thank God for them, because if I would not have had those influences, my life will probably be way different. You know what I'm saying? My hands work, my arms work. I don't, I have all my legs and arms and my toes. I don't have to complain about not being able to walk. You have so many blessings, man. It's so easy to forget. So easy to forget that you have so much that you don't even start, that you have so much that you forget about what you have. Just because there's people out there that will pay $1 million to be able to open their eyes and see light. And you can open your eyes anytime you want to. There's some people out there who have bad teeth that wish they had a mouthful of teeth. There's some people in the world, even though I hate my dimples, they doing surgery to get dimples. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody is happy in this world. And it's crazy because everybody wants to make God's creation better. And it don't make sense because God made you who you are. And even though I don't like my dimples, which everybody knows already, I still accept them. I still appreciate them because I know that it was a gift that was given to me for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful today. Like, I'm very, very grateful and appreciative. When I seen that man with no legs and he wasn't complaining about nothing, he was just waiting his turn, you just have to stop yourself and pull yourself back in and really recalculate what's important to you. Like, if that's not important to you, something is wrong with you. Like, to see somebody like that and to understand that they're not even complaining and you got all your legs and arms, you work every day, you ain't got to be on you ain't got to be on SSI and all that kind of stuff. I have a lot to be grateful about. Like, I work a regular job. I work in a corporate office. You know what I'm saying? I work around people who don't even understand the disease I have. And the thing is that they wonder how I do what I do. Like, I'm there before most people in the morning. People call out sick all the time. I be there. It's just one of those things. Like, my grandfather always taught me to try to be the best you can no matter what the situation. So even though I'm sick, I still get up early to get to work on time. I don't make excuses. I don't call out sick. Only time I don't come to work is if I'm in the hospital. And that's very rare. So they see me and they talk about it at the meetings. They bring me up. They was like, we have an increase in sick out calls, and then you got Sam here every day. And I'm sitting there like, damn, they just brought my name out of nowhere. And all the people looking at me like I'm a tattletale or a snitch. But I ain't told on nobody. All I do is come to work. It's not my fault that God wake me up every morning with all my faculties. I'm going to come here and prove it. And I show and prove every day. So I'm grateful. Like, I am. Like, I have my own car. I have more than one car. I have a nice life I have a nice life. I don't beg nobody for nothing. I don't have to beg nobody for nothing. I have a bank account. I have a 401k. I have a pocket full of money. I don't have to beg nobody for nothing. And, like, sometimes you just have to realize what's important, man. What's really, really important. Because at the end of the day, none of this other shit matters. Like, what kind of car you got, what kind of house you live in, what kind of, because you can find a homeless person that's happy as shit. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of homeless. I talk to the homeless people all the time, and I give them money. I sit and I talk to them because I believe that I could learn something from them in their struggle. So you never know. I'm sick. I could be one of them, one day. You never know what can happen. So I always try to make sure I have a value to everybody around me, whether it be high or low. Now, that's people who respect me. I ain't talking about people who disrespect me. That's different. People who disrespect me get the other side. But people who respect me and that I respect, I show nothing but love. I go out of my way. I give my last for it. All day, every day. My grandmother taught me that. And as I get older, it's just becoming more and more prevalent that this world is unappreciative. Like, people don't appreciate shit no more. Nothing. You can give a child $1, they'll look at you like you crazy because they want more money, because their parents done told them, their mama or somebody done put it in their head that they're supposed to be able to get money for free and they don't have to do nothing for it. That's sad. You starting your children out like this, not to be grateful. If somebody gave me $1 when I was a kid, man, I would have cut their grass or did something and of value for that person to care enough to give that money to me. But I'm just saying, if motivates you today, know that you being alive and not in the hospital and not sick and not dead should give you enough energy just to keep moving along enough to try to do something different. Shit, life, you can find another You can find another girlfriend. You can find another boyfriend. You can find another, another house if you get evicted. You can find you can find all of that shit, but you can't find another you. You can't find another you nowhere. There's not another you under the sun. And there's not another you that can fix you. So you got to fix yourself. I know I'm talking a lot today, but I'm very grateful because that man, he didn't have to say one word to me. I just looked at him and he looked at me, and I was like, wow. And I understood everything about this man in 3 seconds. And I understood that it probably bothered him that he didn't have no legs, but he wasn't ungrateful. He wasn't mean to nobody. He wasn't being angry and detached to nobody. He waited his turn like everybody else. It was incredible, man. And to see that it just made me feel so inside. It just makes you feel so grateful about anything. Like, a lot of us can stop right now and go buy whatever you want in Walmart. But you got people standing outside Walmart that don't have shit right now. And we'll look at them crazy and don't do nothing to help them. You know what I'm saying? And real talk, man. You can fill your gas tank up, but there's people at the gas tank right now trying to find out how they're going to put $5 in their car for the week to make it to work. This type of shit I'm talking about, man. Like, being grateful is very important because you don't know when or how your life can change. It can change at any time. I didn't always have kidney disease. I didn't always have that problem. So understand what I'm saying when I say that. What I'm saying to you is your life can change in a heartbeat. Trust me. A car accident, a major event with your organs in your body, anything, one of your relatives, your mom, your dad, I'm just saying, grandparents, all of these things play a part of our life. You know what I'm saying? All of those things play a part of our life. And we are so ungrateful to the point where we just believe that we're entitled to everything. We're supposed to be able to get whatever we want, whenever we want it, however we want it, and it's just supposed to be okay, and nothing is ever supposed to be asked, nothing is ever supposed to be said. And now we're bringing up a new generation that's even worse because y'all not doing nothing to them, and they're learning the values that you have. And did I what now? Oh no, I would never make fun of the homeless. No, I respect the shit out of homeless people. I learned some of my most valuable life lessons from the homeless. I believe God. This is a true story. I'm gonna tell y'all a true story. I used to live off of this road. I'm not gonna say where because people will be all in my business. I used to live off this road. It was like an area that was mixed. Like some parts of that road, if you go further down, it was like high end, and one of the ends was low end. I lived like in the middle, and some apartments. And right across from apartments used to be a store and a gas station, and up a little bit was a little church. It was like a little wooden church. Like maybe, one of them old school black churches where probably 5 people and somebody playing a washboard, that kind of church. And they used to have a patio out front of the church that was unscreened where you could just sit down, and it was spray painted, where you could just sit there. And I used to walk to go pick my son up every Sunday. And I used to do the walk on purpose because I wanted to clear my head before I had to see his mom, because I didn't want to go over there with no bad attitude and being mean and angry. So I used to take this walk every Sunday. And every Sunday, I used to see this man. He was homeless, black guy. Out of nowhere one day, this man was just sitting at the church. And he spoke to me. He asked me if he could borrow $1. And I was like, sure. I gave him $1. He said, you got a minute? He said, I just feel like, he said, I just need somebody to talk to. I was like, cool. I was like, I need somebody to talk to. So we was, before I go to my son's mom's house, I wanted to unload a little bit of information on somebody, So this started, and it went on for like almost probably 6 or 7 Sundays. Every Sunday, I would go look for him because I knew he would be sitting out there. So I used to go to the store, grab little stuff for him and stuff like that. It was a treat to me. I was appreciative of his time because I knew he was giving me knowledge. Even though he was homeless, he was still imparting knowledge into me. It wasn't stuff that you give to somebody for free. Like, this man was giving me life lessons. So every Sunday I used to go out there and I would go to church and I would come home, I wash my face, get myself prepared, and then I'd go get my son or take the walk. So every Sunday for 6-7 weeks, every Sunday I walk past the church, he's sitting out there. Every Sunday. We sit out there for hours. One Sunday I forgot to go get my son. We talked so long. Like it was nighttime. I realized I hadn't even went to go get my son. And I had to call his mom and tell her that I was sorry that I wasn't coming because I had passed the time. But really I was, talking to the brother. And the man used to give me some jewels, man. Like he used to talk to me about real stuff in life. Corporate America, things that you can't, get for free from somebody. This man used to talk real to me. And he was in the condition he was in, but he had a knowledge. So you could tell that, and then I used to ask him, in the beginning, I didn't want to know what happened to him because I felt like maybe he didn't want to talk about it. A lot of people don't like to talk and tell you how. But when I asked him what happened, finally, after I, knew him for a couple of weeks, I asked him what happened. He told me it was because of a relationship. He said he got all bent up over a relationship. He lost everything. He started drinking, doing other stuff. He lost everything. I was going through a similar situation at the time because me and my son's mother at the time had just broke up. And we was both struggling with going on our own, I didn't want to go back. She didn't want to go back. We was trying to not go back and see other people. And it was just a struggle. But this man came along and now he telling me, and I'm like, damn, that could be me if I don't. Y'all hearing what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, the man is telling me basically what my life would have been had I not let that shit go. And it was impressive that I met him at the time when I was going through the same situation. And when he told me that, I was like, wow. And it hit me so hard because I'm like in the same position he was at the same time. And he was like, Sam, don't let this destroy you. Like, don't let this destroy you. He said, you're a good brother. You got a good head on your shoulders. You get yourself together. You get yourself back out there. Take care of your son. Do what you got to do. He said, but don't let this destroy you. You can move on. Don't. And at the time, I lived down where I was living at the time by myself. So I didn't have nobody to lean on. I didn't have nobody to talk to except for my mama over the phone. But I didn't have no big brother type person where I could really talk. And this dude became like my big brother. So I used to bring him food every week. And then after 7 weeks, he told me, he was like, well, I'm not going to be coming around no more. I said, well, I'm feeling sad now. Like, I'm wondering why I'm not going to see him no more. And he was like, well, I got to move on. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I meet you out here every week. I feed you. I make sure you're good. Like, why you can't, where are you going to be? He was like, I don't know where I'm going to be, but I got to move on. And I'm like, y'all, listen. When I tell you I'm grateful, I'm very grateful because I recognize all the things that have happened in my life. This man was an angel that God sent to me. I know he was because I walked him, the last time I ever saw him, I walked him to the train station. And when I turned around to walk away, by the time I looked back, he was gone already. And I thought to myself, wow, I just met an angel. I dead serious. Never in my life have I ever said that to anybody. But that man was an angel for me because I was about to become him. Because I really still wanted to be with my son's mom at the time, but I didn't want to let go. And he was like, the stuff he was kicking to me, he was like, bro, and looking at his condition and where he was and where he ended up, he was a warning sign for me to get off of it and get my life together. So the next day after that, I was real sad. Like, I was real let down. Like, I wasn't going to see him no more. And I went to work. And I used to work by a bookstore, a black bookstore. And just so happened, I went to lunch at the black bookstore and I found a book that me and him had talked about called The 48 Laws of Power. I know y'all probably know the book. It's a very popular book. But at the time, I had not read The 48 Laws of Power. I read a lot of stuff up till then, but I never read The 48 Laws of Power. And we had talked about this book briefly. He used to always talk to about it, and he never had a copy because I guess he couldn't afford to buy the copy, but he had read it. And he told me if I ever had a chance to get the book. And it just so happens the next day, I saw the book. It was like $21, I think it was, in paperback. And I paid for it, and I started reading it. And everything me and him talked about started making perfect sense because he was telling me how to get over my weaknesses. and how to better myself, and how to get and how to, how to get my enemies, and to be better than my enemies, and to think faster than my enemies, and things like that. And how you're supposed to get rid of anger, or you're supposed to get rid of anger. Everybody got a problem with something. So everybody has a struggle with something. So mine's is anger. It is what it is. But I'm not the type to put my hands on somebody. I'll cut your ass out in a heartbeat. But I'm only gonna touch you if you touch me. So that's the type of guy I am. But anyway, back to my story. So I'm not gonna make this too long. So anyway, when I started reading the 48 Laws of Power, a lot of stuff he started telling, we was talking about, started making more sense, because now I'm looking at it in print. I'm like, wow, this man just gave me all this game for free, and then I went and bought them. It's putting it into my brain, like it's lining my brain. Man, I got over that girl so quick, and guess how I got over her? I started using 48 Laws of Power in my situation. Whereas it was telling me, don't make yourself this, don't put yourself out there, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm telling you, when I started doing this shit, it was working. And I'm like, wow. Even to the people that I consider enemies at the time, I was using the tactics where it tell you to be nice to your enemies so you can gain information and stuff like that. All the stuff that I was reading, I was utilizing day to day. And I was like, wow, he couldn't have come at a perfect time. Because even with me finally getting a book, that was just a continuation of him. That's why he had to leave, because he knew I was going to find the book. And it wouldn't have been no sense to have him in the book, later on. So I always wish I ride by there. Even now, it's been like, my son is grown now. And he was like 7 and 8. So that's been like 10, 13 years ago. I still ride by the little church sometime, and I'll stop. And I'll just sit out there. And I'll think for a minute, then I'll pray, and I thank God for the moment that I had. Because I know He's not never going to come back. But it's always good to reminisce about a good moment in your life and what made me grateful. That helped to make me the way that I am now. Even though I was already like this, it helped to bring me out. Because if I had not come out that situation I was in, the way that I was in it, I would have ended up hurting somebody. And it blessed my soul, because He really helped me to come out of that scratch free. So, I tell people all the time, why you being mean to the homeless, why you being mean to people who don't have what you have, you don't know who God's sending your way, You don't know who God's sending your way. I'm not going to say I love hard. That's not the case. I had been with her for almost 9 years. And we had a child together, so that's different than a regular situation. I'm not pressed to be in a relationship, so I'm not lonely at all. I appreciate the things that I have. I appreciate peace more than anything else, and peace is hard to come by. And y'all in the relationship, some of y'all in the relationship, I feel bad for y'all, because y'all don't have peace. It don't matter that you can have all the sex in the world with somebody, you can have joy, you can go wherever you want. Shoot basketball, hoop, swim, I don't give a damn. If you ain't got no peace in your mind and your heart, your life is never going to be right. And you're never going to be good with that person that you with, if y'all don't have some peace in your relationship. Some place that y'all can both find peace. Because it's not in sex. Sex don't bring peace. Sex is an instrument for other things. Sex don't bring you peace. So for people that's looking for love right now, be grateful about the time that you have by yourself. Cherish that time. Remember that time if you do get a relationship, so that you can value yourself. Because once you get in a relationship, now you're working for two people. And your life is spread apart between two people, because she gonna want your time, he gonna want your time. You know what I'm saying? So then you become this thing that's starting to get pulled around again. Your time is not your own anymore. So you have to find a way to find peace again. So like I said, that's one of the biggest things I'm grateful for meeting that man and for my life. I've never been more grateful about anything in my life than meeting that man at that time I met him. And the people, I'm grateful about a lot of things in my life. My grandmother, for one, my grandfather, my mother, the way I was brought up. My whole life was cool, but I've always been pampered. Not pampered, but spoiled. I was like the spoiled grandchild. And But I always had to work harder than everybody else, even though I was spoiled. And I still got my ass whooped just as much as everybody else. They did not spare the rod on me because they were spoiling me. They whooped my ass, trust me. But they loved me, and they made sure that I had everything that I needed when I needed it. So today I'm just saying I'm grateful, that's all. Everybody might not be grateful. Everybody might not have peace. All I'm saying is today, if you don't make it no other option of your life, try to find some peace. Go take you a walk. Stop everything that you normally fucking do. Take 5 minutes and dedicate it to yourself and your life, and take a walk somewhere. If you by a creek or a river or something, just take a walk. Start fucking walking and just walk and talk to yourself. Clear some shit out of your head, because there's stuff in your head that's waiting to be discussed with yourself. Yeah, it's okay to talk to yourself as long as you're figuring shit out. Go ahead and talk to yourself. Find some peace, man. Because without peace, that's why people kill themselves. They can't. There's too many voices speaking to them. That's why people put a gun to their head or take drugs and overdose, because they're trying to get past them demons. Demons is rough, man. And everybody got demons. Don't let nobody lie to you. That's bullshit. Somebody tell you they ain't got no problems, they ain't got no demons, they're a damn lie. Everybody that was born on this earth got a demon that's been trying to get them since they was a child. You just might not have met them yet, but it's a demon looking for your ass every day. Every day. And some of us have met our demons when we was kids. Some of them have met us when we was teenagers. Some of them met them when they got to be older. But they done met that demon. And a lot of people can't get past that demon. And that's what causes people to kill themselves. You got to find some peace, man. Whatever way you need to find it. The best way for me is to take a walk. If I walk, I can talk to myself. I don't have no radio on. I don't have no phone. I cut my phone off. And I walk. And I just walk until I'm finished talking to myself. And while I'm walking, I just be, hopping along. Not hopping along, but you know what I mean, walking. I'm not talking to nobody. I'll speak and wave my hand if I see somebody. But in my head, I'm having a full conversation about things that I know I need to get straight. Like, damn, I forgot to mail that letter. Oh, that's important. Yeah, I need to do that. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, I need to do that tonight. Okay, bam. Just made a list for myself. So now I'm still walking. I'm like, damn, I got to pay this bill. But you know what? I can wait. I got to the 15th. Today's the 2nd. Okay, cool. So you got to see, these are the things I'm telling y'all. In order to find peace, you got to find places where you can find peace. You ain't just going to get peace without a price. You got to find peace. You got to make peace. When you get off work today, cut your phone off and go take a fucking walk for 10 minutes. Just by yourself. Fuck the gym. Fuck that. People say that's therapeutic. That shit ain't therapeutic. You in there with a whole bunch of people, with a whole bunch of noise, working on a machine, sweating. I mean, for some people, maybe that's therapeutic. I've never seen it as being therapeutic for me. But if that's where you find your peace at, hey, go to the gym. But for me to find peace, I have to go to a place that's peaceful. It's just me and myself and God and land and trees and shit. And I just walk. Usually I try to find a trail, or I look for grass, like that's near, trees where it looks safe. Sometimes I'll pull my car over and park. I'll pull my car over. If I see a place that I like, I'll just pull my car over and walk. I'll pull over far enough where nobody gonna say nothing about my car. And I'm only gonna be walking like 5-10 minutes anyway. So if the police come, I just tell them I had a problem with the car. And I tried to start it when I came back. So you gotta find peace, guys. If y'all don't get nothing else from this lesson today, you gotta be grateful and you gotta find you some peace. Because if you don't, you're in trouble. Because your mind is going to be too occupied, and them demons is going to start catching up to you. And if you don't want them demons catching up to you, you got to find you some peace from somewhere. You got to give yourself some places to be peaceful. Because you are in trouble if you do not. Trust me on that one. Remember I told you. If you don't do nothing else today, take a fucking walk. Go in a room, lock the door, sit there by yourself. Whatever you got to do. Go in the bathroom. If you can't get out, go in the bathroom somewhere, lock the door. And Put some time in for yourself. You ain't got to make it no hour, no 2 hours. I'm not even saying read the Bible. Just go fucking take a walk. Do good for yourself. Take a walk. Feel yourself. Learn yourself. Most of us don't even know who we are because we so busy being everybody else that we can't find ourselves. We so lost that we can't even find ourselves. I used to do that too. Nah, I don't blaze, so that's not me. But I do go in the bathroom sometimes when I'm by myself and just close the door. And I'll sit on the commode with the top down, and I just sit there and I think. See, for the smokers out there, what you're doing is you're using something to take you to another level. That's not peace. You buying peace. Damn, she fine. That's not peace. I'm sorry. I mean, for the smokers out there, God bless y'all. Appreciate you. Y'all gonna be mad at me, but that's not peace. You purchasing something that's getting you to where you want to be for the moment. That's not peace. That's drugs. Peace is just free. When you have peace, you have peace. You don't have to buy peace. Peace is not something that can be purchased from nobody. Water is cool. Walking by water does it for me. Me walking near water and I hear the water and it's, you hear the sound of the water and the clarity of everything going on. It just works for me. That works for me. You got to find what works for you. But I pray, my prayer today is that y'all find what works for y'all before it's too late. Because once them demons hit you, it's a wrap, man. That's one of the hardest things to get off of somebody is a demon. That's why you have so much trouble in this world right now, because the demons is running rampant. And people can't find peace. They run into drugs for peace. They run into alcohol. Oh, and let me talk to my alcohol people that love to drink Ciroc and Cisco and whatever is out there right now. That blue shit that everybody be drinking all the time. And all of y'all alcoholics, not alcoholics, but alcohol brothers and sisters. Do you realize why they call it spirits? Have you ever realized why they call places that sell like a liquor and spirit store? It's a reason. You unleashing spirits into your body every time you eat. Every time you drink alcohol. That's why they're called spirits. You're putting spirits in your body. That's why when people get drunk, they start talking about religion. If you ever notice, a lot of people, when they start getting real drunk, they had them droopy eyes, and they go like this all the time, and they want to talk to you about shit. Most of the time, they want to talk about religion. In most cases. It's a reason why. I didn't mean to say alcoholics, alcohol people. That's what I was trying to say. I don't drink alcohol, nor do I smoke, nor do I drink. So I'm not going to judge nobody on what they do. That's your personal option. That's your personal choice. What you do is what you do. Water is never too far, Miss Angela. You can find a lake or a creek somewhere, anywhere. See, you making excuses to find your peace. You got to go find your peace. Go find your peace, girl. Get out there and find that peace. It's a lake and a creek everywhere. You can find one of them anywhere you go. Sit there and get you a little, bring you a jacket or something. Lay that jacket out. And sit down by the creek or sit by the water. And sit there for about 10 minutes and think. And get your shit out of your head. And then when you feel like you good and you thought all you need to think, and you get your ass up and you clean your jacket off and you go back to where you was before. It's just as simple as that. I know it sounds simple, but it really is that fucking simple. Like, you have to find places where you can find peace. And if you can't find peace, you're going to be in trouble. Because you ain't going to be able to hide from the demons. They come in your sleep. The demons come for you wherever they want to come. So that's just my word for y'all today. Be grateful for shit. I hope y'all find y'all resolution to find some peace. Because peace, at the end of the day, is not free, and it's not going to come to you unless you go look for it. Peace is something that you have to obtain. You're not going to obtain nothing without going to look for it. If you go to work, you're going to work. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get paid, you obtain a paycheck. If you go do whatever, you're going to obtain something for doing that. Peace is the same way. You have to put in work. No work, no peace. And ladies, stop looking for these men to validate your life, to tell you you're pretty, to tell you look good today. Tell your motherfucking self you look good. Shit. Tell yourself, get up in that mirror and tell yourself you look good. Stop letting men validate y'all, ladies, because that's one of the reasons why y'all can't find no peace. You waiting on a man to tell you you pretty or you cute or your hair look nice. Tell yourself that shit. Girl, get in that mirror. Shit, look at that girl. Woo, looking like your mama. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do to make yourself feel better, you got to make that environment straight for yourself. I don't know why I'm on this today, but it's just a tone about being grateful. But it's just a tone about being grateful. And we just killing ourselves out here. We letting people kill us. And we doing it. We allowing people to do it to us. It's not like we giving them the rope to hang us with. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about being the prize, KP, because we all prizes to somebody. You know, you was a prize to your mom. Or the boy was a prize to his father. You know, you was a prize to your mom. Or the boy was a prize to his father because he wanted a boy. Or whatever the case is, we prizes to somebody. But if you're not important to yourself, then you ain't gonna be nothing to nobody. No prize.